Hello YouTube friends, Alicia back with you. I'm just going on to do a video. I hope I don't offend anybody, but I just kind of want to clear up some confusion. So my last video, or one of my last videos, I posted about doing these envelopes, stuffed envelopes for $10 US plus shipping, and then of course shipping depended where you were in the world, because I have no say over shipping costs and it varies from country to country. So anyways, I just want to point something out to you guys. I have said this before over and over in my videos, but I don't know that people totally understand what I am talking about. So right now, and this is a rough estimate, it does vary. You know what, it might be 72, it might be 73, it might be 69. And I'll tell you what I'm talking about. The Canadian to US dollar. Okay, so I charge in US funds. It's easier because most people that are purchasing from me are purchasing in the US. And B, it's a familiar currency. It's just, I don't know how you explain it, but like, even when you travel in US, generally use US currency. So it's an easy currency to work with. And there is one other thing. I am Canadian, but being a border town, if I have a large amount of things that I need to ship into the States, I can just go across the border and ship it. And so if I say, say I know I'm doing this, I can just say $7 US because I can ship a flat rate envelope. It keeps things simple for me. All that to say, so here's kind of a breakdown. I want to show you guys costs, because the other thing is, people don't seem to quite understand costs for, Canadian or UK, European. Well, I don't know about Europe, but I know the UK, crafters. So we'll say roughly $1 Canadian, is worth, sorry, I have this backwards. So $1 Canadian, oh yes, I have that right, is only worth 70 cents US. So basically meaning that for any of us who shop US, for Etsy or Amazon or eBay, we pay an extra 30 cents for every dollar. Right? So then the US dollar equals $1.30 Canadian. To a certain extent, those of us that sell, it is beneficial to have our dollar a little bit lower. And being an export country that Canada is, it's great for our economy. But for the average person, it really is not beneficial. It costs us a lot more money. Okay, so there is that I wanted to explain. The other thing I want to explain is Canadian cost. So we have Michaels in Canada. We do not have Hobby Lobby. We do not have Joann's. We do not have Tuesday Morning, Daiso. I don't know what else you guys all have. TJ Maxx. Anything that basically you can find scrapbooking supplies for a decent price, we don't have in Canada. So I go to Michaels. The Hot Buy paper pads are $12. Okay, that's not too big of a jump. The US, they're $10. However, the 8.5 by 11 that you can pick up, and I've seen it, 5 for $10 in the US, are $6 a pad here. So that is a huge jump. And I'm going to give you another example. So I saw somebody haul, and I looked at my Michaels embossing folders, and then it came with a stamp and a die, and they were dollar spot items. So I looked at my Michaels, they were $7. Needless to say, I left it there. Anyways, so there is a drastic price difference for us. Okay, I went on Amazon CA to do a comparison. Tim Holtz paper dolls, $13.24. Amazon.com, what you pay in the US, $7.55. The tissue paper, $13 a roll, US $8.95. The Botanicals, $18.53 for one package. I could not find the packages, one package in the US or on .com, but what I found was a set of 3, so there's paper dolls, botanicals, and one other one, $22.99. You guys can do the math. The pricing is absolutely ridiculous for us here. Okay, now I want to talk a little bit about this. So I posted that these envelopes will be $10 US shipped, plus shipping, which might sound outrageous, you know, to pay $20 for an envelope. Okay, so like I said, I don't control the shipping. So unfortunately, if it costs me $10 to mail it to the States, it costs me $10 to mail it to the States. I can't change that. Okay, so I went on and I looked at some digital kits on Etsy. So I looked at one. It was $5.46 Canadian. That is roughly maybe $3.50 US. Looked at another, $5.34. Same thing, you know, roughly the $3 mark. And then I looked at another one, $3.46. That I know is exactly $2.50 Canadian, because that one I can convert. Okay, so that's just digital kits to jump for us. Now let's talk about if I want to go on Etsy and I want to purchase, I don't know, Glacine bags and layaway tags and time cards and just basic things that you guys have access to in the States. Okay, so not only do I pay the exchange rate at 30 cents per dollar, I pay an outrageous amount in shipping. So I will give you an example. I went on, and this is even in Canada, I went on and I purchased 4 napkins and a sheet of tissue paper. I paid, I believe, $6 for it. And that, you know, there's nothing I can do about it. That was the shipping and the exchange rate. I paid $6 for it. Okay, what else can I tell you? Well, I can tell you that for the most part, I do not purchase things from the US unless I can go in and not pay the shipping. The very high shipping cost. What I do is I go across the border, and it does cut my shipping down, but then I have travel, and I have to worry about, you know, getting stuck at the border. Anybody that does any kind of border crossing travel knows that that can be a pain. But it is cheaper for me. Most Canadians are not border town Canadians, so they don't have that option. And I'll give you one other example, because I actually looked and I really, really wanted to purchase it. So I was watching the Frugal Crafter yesterday making cards, and they were steampunk cards. I love steampunk. Okay, so I went over to the website, which is Top Flight Stamps, and I looked at how much this card kit was going to cost. Okay, the Canadian price of this card kit was $33.85, I believe. Okay, you know what? I liked it enough that I'd be willing to pay that. However, with the shipping, it would have cost me close to $50 into Canada. So, obviously, I skipped out on that. And yeah, like I said, this video is really just to kind of shed some light on why it costs so much for us to ship from Canada, why we don't, you know, you'll see a lot of Canadian YouTubers have the same products as you guys in the States, and just, you know, a little bit of reality about what things actually cost for us. And I don't want to say just for us, because I know, like I said, the UK is ridiculously expensive too, but for people that are outside of the US, I'm not trying to step on anybody's toes, I'm just trying to explain where I'm coming from in my video of, you know, $10 for this envelope, which I once again don't mean to be rude, is really not a lot. There's about 55 pieces in here. I was checking other things on Etsy. It's not a lot of money. It's about average for what things cost on Etsy. However, due to the shipping cost, it may seem a little higher, but I can't change that. You know, I wish I could. I have to pay him too. So, yeah, all that just, like I said, to clear up some confusion, I hope. Any questions, leave them below. I will do my best to answer them. And the next video I will do will be a crafty video. So talk to y'all soon.